Good. It seems that we have discussed a lot of these impacts and effects. We talk about energy, aging, of course, but sometimes being over, so I say 50.
Life begins at 50, Peter.
Right. Sometimes we forget about the Y generation, our kids and our grandsons. Now, all these are coming up, okay? And we have to deal with them and look at them. Of course, we can take this as our opportunities, especially for the business and for the NGO. And this is something that we can make use of. And so let's look at the number 3 question. Now, how would these factors influence us? For example, internet, okay? Wow, this Google, which is one of my most admired company, okay? They innovate every 2 months. And how would this influence? Okay, now, what Peter Drucker says about few things. Drucker maintained that the 5 O assumptions do not work. Number 1, corporations own the means of production. This is out. Full-time employment, this is out. Vertical integration for efficiency, this is out. Manufacturer has the market power because they know they own the knowledge, this is out. Technologies define the industry, this is out. And all those are outdated. Instead, we have these 4. The means of production is knowledge. There's a growing number in varieties of engagement. That means employment, not full-time. I don't want to use the word employment because sometimes working for Thomas is not an employment, but rather it's an engagement. Okay. Number 3, IT decreases transactional costs, hence less integration. Now, these are the economists people tell us. IT actually will make productivity so high that we don't need so many people, we don't need so many shopkeepers, we don't need a lot of things because of IT. And the 4th one, there is only a few unique technology, but collaboration and joint efforts are important. These days, okay, you don't do everything by yourself, you cooperate. When I come to DA, I learn from Stephen, from Hao, and from all these younger people. They have good connections. They network every day. They are on phone, on email every day. Okay? It's a different world for those who are over 50. And this world are adventurous and beautiful and courageous. Okay? So let's, to survive and be successful, every organization has to turn itself into a change agent. So we have to change. We have to make the world change. The 2nd company that I admire most is Apple Computer. Apple also changed the world. Okay, so let's talk about the organization in the future.
Maybe I'll take a start. NGO is, in many ways, unlike other corporations.
Okay.
As you said, my employees, they are my boss, not the other way around. Peter Drucker already said they are all specialists. They own the knowledge, and they may not stay for any corporation, need not to stay with one corporation because they own their own knowledge and they can serve anywhere. This is especially true for NGOs. Many of my staff members, they are highly qualified. They are passionate about the job. They don't come because they want to earn a living. In fact, many of them make a huge sacrifice coming and work for this NGO. The important thing for an organization is to recognize the potential in these staff and be flexible to retain them while coordinate them into a team so that the whole team can go out and can make the mission work. Mm-hmm. So now that, of course, includes people over 50 or 60 for that matter. I mean, recently we hire a lot of civil servants retire from the government, and we send them out as managers. They may not have the specific knowledge to run a special project, but with their maturity, with their experience in human resource management, they make good managers. Of course, they have to learn again, the new trade, so to speak. They have to learn about the water systems, agriculture, and things like that. But on the other hand, the important thing is the people. Peter Drucker said, management is about people. And I cannot agree more with him that it's the people in an organization that makes that organization. You have good people, then your organization will be a good one. Right. So to be flexible according to the times and then adjust your strategy, human resource strategy, your ministry strategy accordingly is very important for organization to be forward-looking and prepare for the future.
Right. Your human resources is important. So adjust there, and instead of hierarchical, it may be flat. And Peter Drucker says, people don't come here to make a living, like my age, when in the 50s. When I go to work, we make a living, earn some money. But now people come here to make a life. They commit not just for the money. Okay, good. Now, since time is going very fast, we got only 15 minutes more, and then we have questions from them. And we have one more questions to go. So let's everyone take turns, take a very short, say, what would you like to see, or what would you see the future organization, the characteristics, and mention just one thing. For example, from hierarchical to flat, let's say, go quickly say, each of us say one small sentence on the future organization. Okay?
I think the future organization, typically in all sectors, particularly in service, will become smaller and very flat.
Smaller and flat, okay.
It will be fluid and collaborative.
Fluid and collaborative.
Very quick, very fast.
Quick running and fast response.
Capability to innovate and collaborate, like Apple's.
Always reflecting. What can we learn today to make us better tomorrow?
Good. Very good. Okay, so let's go to the fourth, very fast, okay? Fourth area. The most effective way to manage success is to create, okay, so the next company will adaptable to local needs. These are, we all talk about it, okay? So how do we prepare? Let's talk about, just like this, very short, two-word sentence. How do we prepare?
If I may start, there are lots of capabilities that other companies can copy, such as products, such as operations, such as people. They can hire your people to work for them. But one thing they cannot copy is the management systems and culture that built over the years. And that's the differentiation factor that a lot of the good company different from the not so good companies.
Start building your culture.
Know your strength, do the basics.
Know your strengths, do the basic.
Break down in flexibility and really take a global view.
Global view and effectiveness.
Yeah. Know yourself very well. What are your really core competences and stick with it?
Right.
People. Build your people.
Good. Thank you very much. Now, we have some questions here. Sorry rushing you. So, okay, but that's good, right?
Fine.
Okay, we have 4 questions. Let's see we can answer all of them. I'll start with question number 1.